What? Oh, you ready?
Yeah, of course.
I don't see it queued up.
I just.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, good morning and welcome to the 12 Volt News. I'm your host Dean, my co-host Fernando, or the other way around. It doesn't really matter. Either way, before we get started, of course, always the weather. A little slow this morning. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. What's up, Cargiff? I love your
What's
new
up,
logo.
guys?
New logo,
Yeah,
Marty.
I like it.
Did you see the picture of Marty and Doug next to that giant Harley Davidson sign?
Everything is big in Texas.
Everything
man.
is big in Texas. 68.
68 and raining. Well, for us right here, we're hot, super hot.
I know.
We're burning, guys.
Yeah, a little so hot. Yeah. You a little crotch pot cookie.
No, actually, it's 79. Beautiful. It feels beautiful.
It's
been raining. It's gonna rain the whole week. I just want to let you know.
So it stops so I can go running. I really don't care.
No, you cannot run.
I have to run. I'm so close.
Well, run on just buy an umbrella and just keep running.
No.
Good morning, Gerardo.
Will do, man. Will do.
Yeah.
We just got back, so I haven't had time to check that yet. So I will definitely get Fernando
25. On that. What's up? Good morning, buddy.
Portugal, he's still checking in at 77. We got 68 in North Carolina with a high of 86. What's our high for the day? Did it say? 90, 100,
no,
2 million?
It's going to be 80.
Good morning. Hey, what's up, Anthony?
Anthony?
Yeah, Anthony Derek Anderson.
Anthony Derek Anderson.
Yeah, I know. It's like, depends on what day of the week. You can either call him Derek or you can call him Anthony. But either way.
Or maybe Mr. Anderson.
Don't call him on time.
Just call him Mr. Anderson.
I don't know if you get the reference. He's old, but, I don't know. Either way. This week is cold.
Yeah, it's good for us, man.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I finally woke up early enough. I know the feeling. Me too.
Finally, man.
Morning, guys. Good morning. Great Friday to y'all. Happy Labor Day weekend. Isn't that the best? And thank you for bringing that up. News today, there will not be a show on Monday. Beautiful day here in Chicago, mid-80s.
There you go.
So nice. And you're almost back in your neck of the woods. Or you are in the neck.
69, Sacramento, California. See, he knows.
Headed to Arizona at the end of the month for a Orca training at Mobile Solutions. So if you're an Orca dealer and you haven't taken advantage of this deal, yep, as it were, you should. Sure. But let's dig deep into the news because, as always, we got a ton of it.
Really?
Holland, check it in. 78. Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's preface this with we have a ton of news. That doesn't mean we have a ton of good news. We just have news. So a couple nerds playing with headlights at Ford figured out that they could turn their projector beams into crazy projectors.
Yeah.
And so they've been working with doing different things on the projector beams, such as putting up turning for GPS, basically trying to make what they call the best heads-up HUD, because it directs it right onto the road to where you can pay attention to it. So I read this and I was like, first, my initial thought was that's kind of cool for like GPS. They have like an arrow, at nighttime, so you know where to turn, like if you're approaching a turn on a dark road. But then they wrote things like speed. Like you could put your speedometer on the road in front of you. And then I thought, no, you can't. No. Because could you imagine driving down the road with your speed out in front of you, like where everyone can see how fast you're going? And like the cop on the side of the road as you drive by doing, 80 and a 35 because it's a dark road and, you're driving with the force.
I don't know if they can see it, man.
Why couldn't they see it? It's a light on the road. It's basically using the road as a.
I don't know that's gonna be an interesting because I think you can see it, and probably the guy next to it, but I don't think the guy's coming out is going to see it.
Pull up the feed on your phone.
Which one?
This one. Somebody says it's buffering. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Either way, we'll keep going. I don't know. Either way, it's cool and it's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it could be really cool and then it could be really stupid. I just haven't decided yet.
But this is not for here yet.
We got a ways to go. But you also don't want people to go down the path of stupidity if it's a bad idea. Because then they waste a ton of money and it's like, I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be like a $2,000 option by the time it gets to us. Best Buy trims car audio SKUs and more.
Yeah.
Well, you think this is a story, but the reality is it's not. I think this summarizes pretty much everyone in the 12-volt industry, and for that matter, everyone in every industry, because now that now that the condition of the pandemic has changed, and now we're headed slowly, fastly, whatever. They're not an economist, but everything is costing more, and we're heading into, I'm not going to say recession because I don't want to use that, but it's just things aren't looking good. Gas was a crazy amount of money, so everything is just in flux right now.
Yes.
So we went from the time where everyone was just like spending money like it was free, because it was, to like, oh crap, we might have wanted to save some of that money. So the belts are starting to tighten up a little bit. And so Best Buy is just seeing a direct result of this, that the need for what we were doing is starting to decrease and go back to like pre-pandemic numbers. And so, we don't need as much inventory. Now, Best Buy has been shrinking. They've been reporting on this forever. And a lot of their 12-volt sections are just, shrinking.
Yeah.
But also, Best Buy has come up with some new store ideas. Like they've been working on outlets. They have a new Apple-style store where you just walk in and everything is QR codes and you scan stuff. I think that's more for theft than anything else. But those appear to be doing well. They also have new installation hubs, meaning just areas where if there's like 4 or 5 stores in an area, you go directly there. So there's only one install bay now for 4 or 5 stores. Yeah. And apparently that seems to be doing okay too, as you would expect. Yeah. But the real story here is that, yes, car audio is the need, because of everything around us, is the desire starting to shrink a little bit. Yeah. Which, it's kind of expected.
25. You'd be surprised, man. It's a lot of people, they buy car audio from Best Buy.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Vera would be the authority on that. He works here in North Florida at a Best Buy. So we've had him on the show a bunch of times. Really nice dude. Kind of like him. Yeah. Kind of like him. Not just kind of.
Just kind of.
Okay. But that brings us to the next story, which is new product news. Woo! But also kind of the reason why a lot of this nonsense is happening. Nakamichi to introduce low-price wireless CarPlay. We actually might be getting these to play with.
Yes.
Just us. Like Smash Force Productions might get them to play with. Which part of me is like, yeah, okay, you know what? I want to play with these because
just to see what
I want to see what second tier is what they call these radios are about. And just see if like this competes with the new second tier Pioneer style radios, because for those of you who don't know, Pioneer, which we reported on a couple weeks ago, is released and basically is trying to destroy the profit margins on CarPlay radios, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, by making a very, very inexpensive, aka cheap, wireless radio. I've had the pleasure of putting one in, and it is not a Pioneer radio that you, me, and the wall have dealt with before. It is a second tier, that's what the industry calls them, style radio with a Pioneer name on it. So I would like to be able to compare something like this that is straight up like, hey, we know we're not Kenwood, we know we're not Sony, we know we're not JVC and whatnot, but we offer this product. We were talking about this before the show. And part of the problem that existed before COVID was this race for zero with head units. Like, how cheap can we make these radios, both price and quality, because people are wanting cheap radios and they don't want good stuff.
Well, I feel that, Pioneer just like ruined it for everybody. And it's just
send your comments to Fernando Lopez at.
That's it. Like, you can send me whatever you want, but that's my thought.
I mean, I feel like Pioneer is approaching this from, and there again, this isn't about Pioneer. It's
not
Pioneer, but I just, stating facts. Pioneer was in the TV business, lost a bunch of money in the TV business, was in the DJ business, sold off the DJ business, was in the home audio business, lost a bunch of money there, sold that off. Yes, Pioneer does not own Pioneer Home anymore. It's actually owned by another company. Pioneer basically makes radios and bike parts. And they're owned by a Chinese manufacturer now. They're not owned by a Japanese. They sold a couple years back. So Pioneer is a Chinese-based company now. It is not Japanese-based country. They may still have assets in Japan, but they're owned by China.
Now, keep in mind, you guys put a lot of information about, other brands and everything. I totally get it. But Pioneer was one of the biggest, head units companies that they
and they're gonna rock that name for a long time.
100%. But then when you drop that price to a premium, because a year ago was how much dollars?
Right? Well, a year ago they didn't have any radios.
We drop it a half it.
So I will say this about this comment, because I understand where you're coming from in this, but let's be honest. Let's look at 80% of the car audio market out there. And the names from the past do not reflect the ownership of the current.
No.
So, I mean, think about that. Okay. Basically, every car audio company from the 90s, there's like 5 that still exist with ownership. And we could probably name them all that were big back then. Okay. Nakamichi was big back then, but Nakamichi, just like everybody else, didn't make it through. And so it's a name. A company has bought the name, and his company is selling it because they need the name. I mean, you can still buy stuff that says Polaroid, for God's sakes, and that company, or Kodak. And these companies are gone. They don't exist anymore. But it's a name that people recognize. So I get the idea behind buying a name. Hyphonics. I mean, there's a prime example right there.
Yeah.
And there again, just random names. Instead of creating a name and creating all the back history that has to go into it. So no, I understand. And I'm with you. I totally understand that. But it's just the way the world works. And the other thing, too, is like we talk about a lot, the past is the past.
Yeah.
The present is different. And sometimes you got to get past that get off my lawn mentality, because what these younger people see is the new Nakamichi. For them, it's a brand new product. They have no idea what was out 20 years ago because they weren't here.
Right.
So, there again, Soundstream, the Soundstream of today, the Orion of today, these are all brands that are current for, the 30-year-old dude today doesn't remember what 1990 Orion looked like. Okay. He doesn't even know it existed back then. Right. So to him, it's all the stuff that he has now. So we sometimes we get caught up in the past, and we have to look at the current. So the current Nakamichi is this. That means that the people growing up now, this is what they'll know of the product. Yeah. They steal the name because there's us old curmudgeons like us in the comments and whatnot that go, oh, they're coming back. And then all we are is disappointed because it's not the old stuff. Well, nothing is the old stuff.
So, all right. So, for example, a kid, 17-year-old, buy a new Nakamichi, right? And you, because you've been around for so long, it's going to be like, oh, this is trash. You mean that's not the same.
You mean this guy
exactly.
Right here?
Like this guy right here. Yeah. Oh, that's trash. But it doesn't matter. That was in your time. Right. Product was good. Everything.
Well, I mean, this was the conversation. This was the political conversation I had while I was on vacation with Haley. So, I was the moderator between Haley and a 68-year-old individual, and he was talking about how bad things were, and I was like, "You're missing the point." She, at 23, thinks everything is great and is happy. You're trying to bring what you had, thinking
your childhood to their childhood.
They don't want what you had. No. They have it so much better now, but you see it as worse because you don't understand. You knew something else. They knew I mean, dude, how bad is it for a kid to go in a restaurant, you hand them a phone and they sit there and they actually just watch videos with headphones on. Granted, yes, I get the whole social aspect of it, but if you were a kid, when I was a kid, it's like, sit down, be quiet, and don't say a word. You just sat there like this, and you literally looked at all the pictures in the restaurants, just wishing, when is this going to be over?
What happened if you didn't have pictures?
Then you stared at you counted the dots on the ceiling tiles, So, anyways,
yeah,
we went sideways on this, but the reality is this is where we're at. We have that, and of course, moving on to further destroy the profit margins in car audio, a new company decided to get into the radio business because we need this. Massive Audio enters the head unit market, wireless CarPlay. So another hat in the ring, as it were, because we don't have enough inexpensive unbranded GPS or radios, whatever they are. There again, it could be the greatest thing in the world. Massive to be fair, they did enter this back when everyone was searching for radios. They brought one radio into the country, and since then have decided to expand their line. So I guess what COVID has brought us is just a bunch of radios that are just going to be dumped on us. And so if you're looking and trying to find an inexpensive radio that, preamp section is questionable and doesn't have a ton of features, but it will do CarPlay and Android Auto, you're going to have a huge selection to choose from. Yeah. But if you want something that sounds good, you still got to pay for it. I don't care what these guys say. You can't make an inexpensive, and not massive. I'm not saying massive, just in general, these cheap radios do not sound good. I don't care. They don't. I know they don't. And they don't. So, if you just want to buy it and then spend another $250 to get yourself an audio control matrix, go right ahead.
There you go. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. What is this one? Oh, also, in positive new product news. This is really exciting. So we don't do remote starts, as everybody knows. We don't do alarms. We gave up on that just because it's just not our bag. However, that doesn't mean we can't talk about cool new products and things like this. Probably would have kept me back into it, but it's not going to get me back into it. And this is a solution from ADS. Now, one of the things, like I have a Nissan, you have a Nissan. That key is like $120.
$169.
So in some cases, you have to bury one of these keys somewhere in the car in order to remote start, and that sucks. This little cool puck here that sits on your desk is designed around avoiding just that. So we know that you can take a generic key fob and make a match.
Yeah.
So this device that they came up with is going to allow you to do that. So you'll be able to clone your key to the alarm brain. So the alarm will tell the car that the key is in the car. So this is going to be a really cool thing. I had it at Knowledge Fest.
I saw it.
Yes.
And as in like an idiot, I didn't know what it was. I didn't even win and see it. I thought that was a Bluetooth. Like a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah. ADS.
Believe me,
everyone's excited about ADS coming out with an ADS speaker.
Oh wow, that's a really cool Bluetooth speaker. But then I keep going. I didn't even see it. So that's pretty cool.
For people, that do a ton of remote starts and stuff like this, this is going to be a game changer. Plus, if you're looking to get your remote start done in these cars, whereas in the past you were like, man, I don't want to give up my second key. This is going to solve that problem. So with winter coming and a lot remote start season starting up here very soon, this is going to be awesome.
I like it. I think it's amazing. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, get ready.
I still not going to coming. Yeah, winter is coming, Jon Snow. I can tell you right now, I'm still not going to
what?
To get into remote starts.
Really?
Yeah, not a chance. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
All right. Also, a new product news: Mosconi to release a 8-channel DSP monster. For those who've been following along on the other show, you've known that we've been playing with the 430 Mosconi Pro, or Pro 430, however you'd like to say it. It is a Pro amplifier. Next week, you guys are going to get dropped a video on us. We put it in the lab, and I'm not going to give it away. I'll just leave it at that. However, they are finally releasing in the Pro line a DSP amplifier.
All right, so this one is a Mosconi Pro A30 DSP that sets the standards in the field of multi-channel high-end DSP power amplifiers. With this completely analog power section in the output range, the Mosconi Pro A30 DSP, it's amazing. The resolution and the spiral representation.
Skip to here.
Ooh.
just move it down. We're gonna
all right.
be there.
So with integrate 12-channel DSP.
So it's going to have 12-channel DSP with 4 channels of pre-out processing at 8 volts. So it's a 12-channel DSP, 8-channel amplifier. Hey, I think this is the new solution for Honda Accords.
Almost all imageable system configurations are possible.
Yeah.
High-level capability, Class SB.
We're going to have to get some clarifications
we have to
on what Class SP is.
Yes.
Super bad.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if they put like an S instead of the A because they closer? You see?
Oh, like a typo?
Like a typo. Anyway, it's amazing. I'm excited about this.
Well, okay. It has the potential to be one of the most amazing things ever.
Yes.
As far as if it holds a candle to the 430, holy shiitake mushrooms, people.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and there again, I'm sure this has incorporated the minimalistic approach that the Pro Series amplifiers has, meaning they take all the garbage out of the amplifier that is not needed. This panel right here intrigues me. Like I don't know what this is for. I'm sure it's for expansion cards and programming and probably a bass knob, but this one here specifically, whatever this.
Well, just go into the next one because they have the labels in the top.
No, it's really it's tiny. Either way,
yeah.
That is coming to a theater near you very shortly. Super excited about that. All right. So since we talked a lot about CarPlay being the coolest thing, and everyone's like, "Oh, new features to come out with CarPlay." Apparently, in September, we're going to get another Apple. Where they tell the world, where they come on and tell the world what's going on. It's usually September is when they release the new iPhones, and all the new personal stuff. So I don't know if we're going to get an update to CarPlay there. They just did one in June at the Worldwide Developers Conference. But basically what we're talking about in this particular article is next generation accessories. I got to be honest with you. The thing that kind of struck me odd about this is why this was even a story, and why I even reported on it, because they really don't tell us anything other than, hey, aftermarket may get some cool stuff. So it was kind of a not a story, but it was a story.
That was like,
it was kind of silly. Now this is a
story. Yes.
So DB Drag Finals and Old School Car Stereo, Old School Car Audio meetup. Last night after the show that I did with your boy Hi-Fi Vega, I was talking to him, and him and Big D Wiz will be attending this show. Wayne's wife, I should say, reached out to both of them and asked them if they would like to come.
Yeah.
So they are going to be making the trek out to there in October 1st and 2nd. We will be in Arizona at the time.
October 1st and 2nd?
Yeah, we'll be in Arizona. Yeah, that's the Orca training. So, but if you're not going to be in Arizona with us, you could be in Kentucky with Big D and Mr. Hi-Fi. So this is the big one. World Finals 25th anniversary. Supposedly there's a lot of cool stuff going on in there.
It's a lot, man. Mel is gonna be there.
Mel will be there.
Yeah.
So
Mel.
Yep. So if you're interested in going to this, mark your calendars, buy your plane tickets, get your hotel reservations, and head out to one of the biggest, if not the biggest, DB drag racing events ever. Yeah. So no, this would definitely be something that if we weren't going, like if they canceled, like if they called us and said, hey, we don't want you to come to this, we'd be buying plane tickets to go to this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, why not? It just seems like such a cool thing to do. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, which I don't want it to happen.
No. I want to go to Arizona, man.
I'd much rather go to Arizona and film a video.
Don't get me wrong. I love to go.
No, screw that. 2 days of bass head shenanigans might be a little bit too much.
If you give me an option, I would go.
You go to that?
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one more article in new product news. Do you have that queued up? We'll go over here to Fernando's page. We reported on this. Huh?
Which one?
The speakers.
Oh, I just don't. I just have the picture.
Just go full screen.
Yeah, right there.
We had reported on this particular speaker manufacturer releasing new speakers, ESO award-winning they got new speakers, they got new amplifiers, and they are coming to the U.S.
Yep.
So Ground Zero's new high-end line, that dual mono amplifier that we talked about a couple weeks ago, and I've been talking about since I got back from Austria, will be coming to the U.S. market. This particular speaker in general is all handmade from the ground up by Ground Zero in-house. When I was there, I was like, they had the 3D printed baskets or mock-up of the speaker. And I'm like, can I take this, please? and Peter was like, no, but I will hold. And then he lied to me and broke my heart. But that's okay. He says, no, I will keep it and give it to you later.
Ha!
And I go, bullshit. So
no, but this speaker is awesome. Like when you feel it, touch it, it's like wow,
yes, you did see Ground Zero and Sound Digital on the bill.
Yeah. So this one actually comes at a component set. It comes with a crossover. So,
which is weird because I thought they were gonna. When talking with them, I thought this was gonna come 100% a la carte.
That's what Tommy says, but then decide to do this because like not everybody.
Yeah, because like when we were in the training, that was which in Germany or in Austria they were doing American English training, which we didn't. It didn't click at first, but then Doug and I were like, wait a minute. They're doing the training in English. Yeah. It's kind of weird, which was fine.
It's a lot of English people.
Well, plus there's a lot of people from all over that area.
Yeah.
So are these going in the lab? Probably not.
Probably not.
These are. I don't think it's a Neo Magnet because Neo Magnet is way too expensive right now for most conventional applications.
I don't know. I don't have the specification, but as soon as we have it, we will let you know.
Because I mean, even Alpine switched the R-Type and the X-Type, which is now the status speakers, to regular magnets because it would have caused the price to be way too expensive. So like they've been using Neo Magnets for so long,
it's
and now
not like they're not that expensive. But.
Oh no, but these are expensive. But a lot of it is just the speaker itself. So the magnet, there again, they have new people at Ground Zero that they're working on this. So like Swedish Peter and all. So there's several Peters that work at Ground Zero. So we have an English, we have a German Peter, we have a Swedish Peter, Swedish Peter. No, English Peter is he's a
oh my god, it's a lot of Peters.
Anyways, wow. A lot of Peters. Apparently
like
really popular European because you have PS Audio, which is also another Peter. So I was petered out. Anyways, new speakers coming from them. We may get it. Who knows? I never say never. Tommy gets a hair and he'll be like, hey man, boom, here you go.
Yeah, we're gonna say
I believe I think they are doing a 3-way component in this.
Not yet.
No,
they're working on it.
Yes, because they had all 3D printed speakers there for us to look at. Hey, listen, we know the 6.5 tweeter is going to be the first thing to come out because that's what people are going to buy. I mean, majority of people just want a 6 and a tweet. The 3.5 will follow.
Correct.
But yeah, so this will be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Hey, you know what? Before I forget, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this.
And this is Peter Talk with.
Yeah, this has been Peter Talk. I'd like to thank CE Outlook for providing us with the news for us to report. And without them, honestly, we'd have to do way more work, so we probably wouldn't have this show.
Yeah.
Enough Peter Talk, please. Anyways, I did get a chance to talk to her while we were at Knowledge Fest for about 5 minutes. It was a lot of fun. So it was cool. But hey, if you'd like links to most of the stories, definitely check out the description or head over to CE Outlook and read the articles and form your own opinions. Don't have to take our words for it because, hey, we're just two dudes in an install bay with another Honda Accord parked off to the left. What else is new? You know what I mean? It's been the Honda Accord week. So
yeah.
You guys, listen, tomorrow night is Saturday, so make sure to head over to the regular YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook, whichever works for you.
Instagram.
Tune into Instagram, brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. We have some unboxings we're going to be doing for the next 2 days. So we have one little box and one big box that Fernando conveniently moved out of frame so you guys couldn't see it. So you're going to want to see those. Pretty excited about both of them, actually.
Oh, dude, that's going to be.
And if you don't follow me or follow us on Instagram, you should. We have a little thing we do every Sunday called Hat Sunday.
Hat Sunday, yes.
Which is turning into quite a popular thing. It's me wearing a hat with the Car Audio brand on it in some weird place.
So all your brands, they want, free.
Yeah, if you have a brand and you'd like me to wear your, put your hat on and put it on our post.
They want a free advertisement. please send you email and see if you
just,
can qualify.
Just send your hat. Well, you guys, listen, have a great Friday. Make it through the day. That's so right. You can join us tomorrow night for the legendary Q&A show. Oh, for those of you guys that are still here, make sure to tune in tomorrow because we're going to do, we've played with the 0850X from Alpine. We played with it before, but they had an update to the software, and also we had more time to dig deep into it because and there's a bunch of new features in it that I kind of want to go over. So we're going to have a little DSP Saturday with the new Alpine X 0850X. Okay. So we're going to spend like 15, 20 minutes looking at some of the new features. If you caught the Instagram show a couple days ago, I kind of went over some of them, just it was blurry and whatnot because the fluorescent lighting sucked. So I wanted we're going to spend a couple minutes just going over that little DSP time. So make sure to tune in. Otherwise, I'll send you a hat.
No, just bring it.
No, I want him to mail it. He needs to mail it.
All right.
He's like 15 minutes away. Have a great day, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you later next time. Bye.